Hey, rest in peace to Nipsey Hussle, man. That shared everybody worldwide. So we're going to make sure as a community we're going to finish what you started and continue to be better. Long live King Nip.
Welcome to Irrelevant Ignorance. Well, sometimes our ignorance isn't always relevant. This is off the niche. As usual, I got my brother Evan. Then we got a guest today, my brother Matias. Coming soon on some work. Matias knows best. We'll discuss that another time. They'll get the gist of it or whatever. But we're talking hip hop today. And we got rappers that made us fall in love with the culture, I guess you could say. Or maybe even rap moments, if it is a moment or whatever. Let's just open it up for our flow. Who is your favorite rapper, actually?
My favorite rapper is Logic. It's Logic, then right after that I got Joyner Lucas.
Dang, okay.
What?
I did not expect that at all.
But
wait, favorites?
My favorite. Like out right now, or you talk about all time?
No, I mean...
Out right now, it's Logic and Joyner Lucas. Them the two that do it for me. And Cole's up there too. I fuck with Cole.
What's your top three?
Right now? As in like, who's
favorite
better?
Right now.
Who's better or favorite?
Favorite and best, it can be different. You know
right. Logic, Joyner, and Cole.
Logic, Joyner, Cole.
Yeah.
So he's about to disrespect God because I know his opinions on Jay, so he got to keep that quiet on this show.
I got you, bro. I have respect.
What's your top three
for favorite rappers?
Yeah,
Cole number 1, Currency, and probably that's tough for the last one. I'm about to go Drake, bro. I'm about to.
Over Kendrick?
Kendrick is a rapper.
Not even an artist.
No, I mean I didn't know. I'm not even debating the break. I'm surprised you said that you had.
I like.
I
mean, kind of when you got Cole and Kendrick, you kind of getting the same thing, and to an extent. Like if you want the storytelling deep shit, then you kind of got that. So you talk like my favorite. I'll probably have to say Drake because I know I listen to more Drake than I do Kendrick, but I fuck with Kendrick more than I do Drake. If that makes sense.
Are you listening to more old Drake or new Drake?
Old. There's no way you're gonna catch me listening to that bullshit. But
what? So you don't listen to none of Drake's new music?
Scorpion was really bad. I listened to
Scorpion.
Is it a Calm Star? Some major or Static Major on it? Am I saying that right, bro? I listen After Dark. That's what it's called from Scorpion. I listen to that.
Okay, yeah, that's with Ty.
Yeah, that's probably all I listen to from Scorpion and Blue
you
Tint
like
with Future.
Nonstop? What?
Yeah, I hated that shit, bro. I know.
This is really not a boy. That shake blocks.
That
would stop. Man. See, I hate when we gotta break lyrics down and then go into them because then we start hearing the real weekend or whatever. But,
I know. Yeah,
but anyway, what rapper made you fall in love with hip hop though?
All right, so this is a two-parter for me. When I actually started listening to what people were saying, it was Lil Wayne on the card.
Okay.
And when Birdman Jr. dropped, like that's the first one that like I literally tried to listen to word for word. And then once I got into that mode and I started listening to other stuff and I started listening to M and his cadences and stuff, it was. I'm just saying.
No. I mean, I just want to full disclosure.
I get it. I know we've had this renegade discussion several times, but I feel like M took it to Jay, but that's neither here nor there. We can get on it another time, but I can come back another time. But I'm gonna say it was Lil Wayne, and then what furthered my love was M, and then I got a few other people like Cole that picked it up and ran with it.
Yeah. What about you, Mid?
Well, it's kind of gonna be similar. I gotta kind of break it down. So when I first heard that, I was like, yo, I fuck with this. It was probably Ludacris early on. You know what I'm saying? I don't know who did listen to him, but Ludacris was him early on, followed by, I'm gonna say 50 Cent. Then it was Lil Wayne. Then it was Lupe. Now that's what changed my whole perspective on rap. Period. It was Lupe for sure. And the first album I ever bought, like with my own money, was The Cool. I know Food and Liquor came out before then, but that was the first album I bought with my own money. So Lupe made me fall in love and look into rap in a deeper way. You feel me? And of course, Cole came after that, and he just got the crown. But I'm gonna definitely have to say that Lupe was the one that was like, damn, bro, this hip hop shit different. I just always knew something was different, and I was kind of too young to understand. Like, but now that I'm older, it's like, yo, this nigga's like amazing. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I'm surprised at the rappers that's kicking this off because, I mean, the one that made me fall in love with hip hop was Bow Wow. I mean, you know what I mean? Like,
I can understand.
That's taking it to its core. Like hearing happy butt, I'm happy pocket full of dough. From the CEO represents so. What?
Hey, I can't knock it.
What?
I hear you.
Your girls recognizing the chicks do too. I'm a fat man walking through junior high school. Whoa, we could go there. Mm-hmm. We could take it there. But I was gonna go back. It's funny you said Ludacris because Ludacris, right before, to me, Jay-Z is LeBron.
Okay.
Allen Iverson is Ludacris for me. Because I felt like Allen Iverson was my goal until LeBron came, and same here. Ludacris was like, he took me all through like at the beginning of the music, and that's how I found out about other people. Mm-hmm. Then, of course, I ran into Jay-Z.
Of course, man. You wanted to go.
And that's where it went to a whole nother level. Jay-Z was my introduction to Cole. He was my introduction to old New York hip hop. Mm-hmm. Like once I got to Jay-Z, I just started digging into a whole bunch of different avenues, different places or whatever.
Absolutely.
And that's where my love for hip hop came. Which is probably why he's the greatest. Because I mean, he brought us Cole, he brought us Rihanna, he gave us Solo Jeezy, put Ross on the label.
Kanye.
I forgot Kanye. Oh
Kanye is a generational fan. I also agree with you on that. The Cool was huge for me, and I didn't listen to Food and Liquor until after like a year after the Cool. Right. And it was dope, but
this is just a funny table I'm at because like I'm so far on Lupe's like radar. Like I had like what am I 26? I think I was like 23 when I found out. but I was like 23 when I found out Kick Push was like a skateboard song. So like that's how far like out the loop I was with it.
I mean, it was
my guitar was because I mean that was like the only real exposure outside of hip hop I had was guitar music. But I mean that music was fire though.
You gotta if you look at like some rock stuff and some old jazz and soul stuff, you'll see like all these samples that these people are taking.
100%.
It's just mind blowing like how much hip hop can cross genres, and it still goes that way today because you taking all this old stuff and you got some of the older generation that's listening to like Cole. Like Cole samples a lot of shit, and like you get them listening to that and they'll tell you like, oh, this is this song.
That is the beauty of samples though. Is like hearing it, then going back and hearing the regular song.
Yeah, Wiz tweeted some shit the other day. You don't know if you saw it, but he was like, yo, when you hear a song and you really love it, you should go back and listen to the original to see where they sampled it from.
He said it was just as far. Yeah,
exactly, and that's true because I listened to Graduation the other day with Kanye, and you know, I Wonder came, and I'm like, where did he get this from? I listened to the original, I'm like, yo, this is fire. Like, that shit was amazing. So, I actually think that's really dope.
That just happened to me with a Stevie Wonder song. It was actually last year. I think it was Jay-Z that used it at some point, and I went back and listened to the Stevie Wonder song, and it instantly became like, maybe I was in the moment, but I felt like it became my favorite song all time or something like that.
That's typically what happens. Like you'll see some chart, and then the song that it was sampled off of start charting again as well.
Absolutely.
So that's the beauty. Now they thank you for using your beat. Right. Now here goes the residuals. You can eat.
Absolutely.
You get my cut of my song, and now your song busting again.
Exactly. Yeah,
so if anything, they need to go ahead and chill out with these sample clearance issues and stuff. They be holding up some good projects trying to get these samples through. They messed up Tiana album.
That's why true, and I do like that though. I did like.
You like Tiana? I want to ask you about that too.
I like the Harlem. I don't remember the name of the song.
Rose of Harlem.
Rose of Harlem is cool.
Oh man, that's
such a great song. Yeah,
that's like my favorite song. Like awesome. Like I went to go see her at that Red Bull Festival or whatever. Man, she came out.
Dreamville Fest. That's gonna be pretty dope actually.
She is. Yeah. She gonna kill that.
That was part of the whole Kanye and Friends where you dropped the album like every week.
How did y'all like that anyway? The Kanye and Friends with.
Daytona was, I would say, overall the best.
Classic.
Yeah, Daytona was cool.
Classic. I do think it's a little overrated. Personally, I know that's gonna be very controversial, but I do think it's overrated. Personally, it's good, but then when you actually sit down and listen to it, I think what makes it so good, personally,
don't say the Drake stuff.
No. I'm excluding that. We know that kind of amped it because it's Drake, the hottest in the world. But I think Kanye's production is what took that shit from like here to like here. Because if you just listen to what he's saying, like, we're not getting anything different from Pusha T right now.
No, really.
We're not getting anything different from him. No. It's just really good. Because Kanye said, I'm going to take this over.
But as its own album, though, like, I understand if you want to say Pusha T hasn't grown. I get that.
For sure.
Because, I mean, he knows he's had it. He said he hasn't. Yeah. But like judging it amongst itself, like amongst its own body of work, not even including that he never grew. Like, you don't think it's fire?
Objectively, like me not putting my bias into it is fire. You know what
what's the bias that you have?
It's nothing I haven't heard before. You know
okay.
Like, it's just not.
Okay,
it's like, yo, this is Pusha T. We heard this 2, 3, 4 albums. I mean, the last one we've heard it already. You know what I'm saying? So it's nothing different. But now I'm taking the bias away. Now it's actually really good. Like if I never heard Pusha T, that's the first thing I heard. I'm like, damn, this shit is amazing.
That's what I'm getting at. But I get what you were saying as a. It sounds like. Did you like Pusha T before? Do you like Pusha T at all?
He's solid. I don't have no issues with Pusha T.
So, but you listened to his music before this, or
here and there. I'm not gonna make it seem like I was the biggest Pusha T fan. So no, he's like one of them. Like,
so as a casual fan, you popped out of Pusha T, came back. He was talking about the same stuff.
Absolutely.
Like, no growth.
Absolutely.
I could get that. It just with me because I do kill rappers for not showing growth, but
for sure.
Some rappers just done found the niche in the lane that I just.
Absolutely.
It's like whatever. With him, with drug talk, that's kind of where I'm at with him. Like whatever, had that. Like with Rick Ross, he makes me so mad when he like Big Meech, the Big Meech song, BMF, all that was all cool.
Right.
But I want you to sit down and tell me about how much cocaine prices cost in the Medellin. Like that's what I want you to tell me about. I want you to tell me about that. You know, the first time I heard of Santiago, I don't even know how to word it.
Grease or whatever.
Yeah, that's the first time I heard of it. He said it. He put me on location. As soon as he said on Google, boom, add to the list, bucket list, boom, there you go. Like,
amazing song, by the way.
That's the stuff I want. Ross got like if I show you my Ross playlist, my Ross playlist, you could put him up there next to Drake.
I can't knock it just because he does make really good music in my opinion, and I was not the biggest Big Ross fan by any stretch of the imagination.
Yeah, I think Ross another one that made me fall in love with hip hop.
I mean, that's not bad. It's like I'm on a seesaw almost. Like sometimes I'm with it, but when I hear somebody and they not who they say they are, it's like, yo, you're not really the guy you're trying to portray right now. Like I'll be damned, you couldn't have come from this lifestyle to say that you're this. You know what I mean? So, and I feel like Ross is that person, which is why I like Gucci so much. Just because, I mean, half the shit he be saying, like, you probably did that shit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? When Jeezy said, I'll be like, you probably didn't do that shit. And then when Gucci said, I'll beat your ass, you didn't. I don't want no parts of that. So, man, you ain't no real street nigga.
Yeah, I mean, that's the level of hip hop when you can believe. Because that's why, like, one rapper I know, he ain't lyrically anything, but I would ride and put up an argument for him. That's Casanova.
Okay.
But he one of them rappers where when he said, punch you, knock your teeth out or whatever. Like I was like, he would knock my teeth out.
That one song with Tory Lanez like 2 a.m. and it's getting some traction.
It is. I hate that's the song that's getting him traction.
Yeah, but Cass style he wasn't marketed properly, and he was getting hot at the same time. 6ix9ine was getting hot. Yeah, 6ix9ine was more commercial.
6ix9ine, I seen Cass talking about it. He was saying 6ix9ine almost ended his career. Yeah, because I mean, they was really coming up with that same street level talk.
And then you had DJs trying to figure out who to play. 6ix9ine was more popping. Like it's like Cardi B and Nicki. Like you gotta pick a side.
And it sucks because you really don't. Like that's what I hate about music. Yeah, you forced to.
We kind of talked about that last time. Like I hate doing this just because it's like I have to throw shade some way somehow. So I have to always say like, you know, I really like him, but this is why he's better than this person. You know what I'm saying? So it's difficult.
But I still do it. Throw the disclaimer.
No, absolutely.
Like throw the disclaimer so that we can know I do because at the end of the day, they only gonna hear what they want to hear. They don't got, so they just gonna hear the bad part of it. But that's fine. Just know that I still rock with you.
Yeah, of course.
It's just these circumstances. Like I said, it's like the Nicki Carter thing we had talked about. Like, why can't? I mean, shit. We got Jay-Z rapping at the same time. DMX was rapping. We had Drake rapping at the same time.
You know, I got
everybody's rapping. But there you go.
So like two legends cannot coexist.
But same thing. Like, but why can't there be 2 women in the game at the?
I agree.
The caveat is it's 2 women. 2 women cannot coexist at the top. See, it's not the same.
But they don't even have to coexist. They don't even have to be friends.
They don't. But they're still. It's just the mentality of when you come looking at it from it's 2 women. Somebody has to be better.
I mean, you can have that conversation, but it feel like it's like when one is hot, we just not even supporting the other one.
That's true.
It's suffocating them.
The only time that I could see where 2 women were successful at the same time was when Kim came out with her second album and Foxy was hot and they had like that same outfit on or whatever, and Foxy sold like something like 150,000 the first week, and Kim sold like 2 something. But it was Kim's sophomore album and Foxy's freshman album. But even then, it was still always this comparison, always this like somebody got to be better. I think it's just because it's women. Like if it's
competition is cool, but you see how they was both support. It was both hundreds of thousands of like if going to because I even hate discussing the Cardi Nicki topic on this level because I just think it's retarded. But like let's say Cardi go out sell 250,000. You know what the fans gonna say? Well, we not finna buy a Nicki album because Nicki can't do 250. Nicki can't do 100,000.
I also think it's messed up that they even have to do that. It's like Cardi, she'll put something out. Yo, she sold 1 million records. Well, Nicki sold 2 million, so why does it matter? Like, yo, we can't shit on this success because there's still 1 million records being sold regardless. I mean, those are fictional numbers, but I'm just saying. It's messed up that they do that.
I think it's when women you get that constant competition, like you're saying, is her success is her failure. Which is not the same thing.
And that's the messed up part.
That's not the same. In men, like in the men's side, you don't have to do that. You got people that's literally going at each other, and they cool. Yeah, like Kendrick and Cole are each other's biggest competition, but you don't see that. Even though you had what was it?
The Control verse.
Yeah, the Control verse. But at the same time, that's what you expected for as a man. I'm supposed to be the best.
I'm gonna take that as the transition because that was a good point bringing that there.
The Control
like you did that, bringing it to Kendrick and to Cole or whatever.
TDE
because we have a battle showcase that we want to discuss, which was TDE versus Dreamville.
Hey, you know what? I'm gonna plug that in. Dreamville to the end of.
But I mean, I just really started doing my research on Dreamville because I mean, really, I didn't know it really had people like that. Yeah. I knew about. We discussed it. I knew of the name Omen. I don't even know if I really heard him rap. I'm sure he rapped on some of Cole's project. Yep. I knew Boz. I think that's where I heard. You know, JID is buzzing now, so that's the new thing. And I think that was it for me.
You're right. I got you.
Then I think on TDE, I mean, it's heavy hitters.
That's true.
Kendrick,
Schoolboy,
J-Rock. What you think of? I meant to ask you that, but I never asked you. What do you think about Schoolboy's little song?
Num Juice.
Num Juice.
Sometimes I feel like snippets sound so much better. Like I feel like I was let down just a little bit. Not to say it wasn't a good song because it was, but the snippet had me thinking like, yo, this shit is about to be the song of the summer.
I hear it. It felt like he was trying to go a little bit harder.
Yeah, and then when I heard it
was repetitive.
Very, yes. So I'm listening. I'm like, nah, see, this is good, but it's not what I expected, which is why it messes up.
After that energy dried away,
that was
the song kind of like fizzled away.
I think he released it too early. I mean, personally, I only listen to it when I'm drunk. So
I mean, it's one of those songs where it feel like it boils you up at the beginning.
Right. Like, I listen to it at the gym, so I figure that's probably the only time really, or if I'm at some function or something.
If I'm riding, and it don't do the same for me if I'm just hitting the streets and it's just
100%.
It's not the same.
Man, when it start, and
then with a beat, I'm like, oh shit, it turned out, bro.
And then it kept going, and I'm like, it felt like the song dragged, but it was only like a minute, 2 minutes.
Yeah, it was like 2 minutes.
It was short.
Which is, I'm gonna throw this in there, but which is why I feel like Future is, and I'm not the biggest fan of Future, but why he's so good. He'll keep that energy the whole song. That shit don't fall off with him. Schoolboy was here and went all the way down here.
I didn't realize that was like his first song in like
a long time. Years. Since what did the last thing he put out? Blank Face? Last project we got from him?
Probably.
I could be wrong. I ain't the biggest fan, but that's what I'm asking.
Yeah,
so I don't know.
Probably. Okay. You TDE guy, right?
I'm a TDE guy, but honestly, I think his last thing he dropped was in like 2017, towards like October.
I feel like it might even be before that.
It could have been.
It might be 2016.
Yeah, I'm thinking it was like a 3-4 year gap or whatever. But even with that, okay, we got Kendrick, Schoolboy, SZA, who I think after listening to Ari, them two gonna have to have a sing off or something.
But SZA got a bigger selection.
Yeah,
a bigger sampling than
she made a whole album. Yeah, I just met Ari.
I know. Hey, I love Shorty, man. I think she got dope ass personality. She can sing. I like Shorty.
I thought when I heard the name Ari, I was like, I thought that was the girl that was up in all that Herb mess. So I'm like, so immediately I was like, why did Cole do that? I'm like,
look, I'm the biggest Cole supporter, but that I do not support. I'm like, nigga, you tripping. I don't care what you're going through in life. This should not happen.
I'm like, was you looking out for somebody?
Hey, yeah, somebody paid you for this, like big bucks.
But then, like, I was listening to I had a Dreamville mix, what I was just playing. I was just listening to them, and like I said, it was just a song on in the background. I just knew the song, but wasn't thinking about it. Right. And he just asked, "Who is this?" And I'm like,
All right,
I looked it up. It's the Ari. I think Cole was on it too. It was the Dreamville people. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, okay, all right. I give her respect because she done made it into my subconscious. That's a deep thing.
Nah, I'm with you.
Like not one of those, oh, you're making me bored type things, but
that's what happened with the Baby and Roddy Ricch for me. So I know just to get you, like, I kept thinking about that music, like, damn, G, like,
you don't like Roddy Ricch?
These niggas. No, I do. That's what I'm saying. It made it in there. Like, I was like, yo, I actually like these niggas. I cool. Granted, I like some songs. I ain't saying like he just started putting out flame after flame.
Yeah, like the one Die Young and the one he got with Marshmallow.
I forgot the name, but Die Young and Every Season.
Yeah, I just do ball nowadays. Oh man, I like
that
too.
So what you were saying, so yeah, you said you got Kendrick, you got Schoolboy, you got SZA,
J-Rock,
Isaiah Rashad.
He just reminded me about him today.
I like Isaiah Rashad. I fuck with Isaiah Rashad.
I just don't feel like Dreamville has the same level of roster when you go through. Mm-hmm. I trust Cole and his judge of talent. Mm. They sound nice from what I've heard, but those TDE people stand alone. Mm. And like SZA's on Isaiah Rashad, Absol, Schoolboy, like they on their own. Like you think of Dreamville, you think of Cole, and then you go JID, and then it's just
the rest. I haven't even heard without Cole. Really,
right?
Like all those songs I heard, Boss, that's the exception. No, you go ahead. Because I'm just trying to think of...
I think from a manager standpoint, I guess, like Cole, like, I think that's dope. Like, oh, shit, this nigga killed this track, whoever he was on it with. I'm going to go listen to some of that music. I feel like K-Dot don't necessarily support it in the same way as if a Cole would. Like, you don't see K-Dot doing what Cole just did for the Dreamville thing on the Double XL. It's like, yo... And he even shouted them out, too. Wait, are we doing this TDE versus Dreamville thing now?
No, that's it.
Okay, cool, yeah. So... you don't really see that need, you know. Cole just, you know, we trying to do what TDE did basically.
My argument would be with he just did the album with them all pretty much. The Cole? Black Panther. That was pretty much like not Cole, Kendrick. That was pretty much like a TDE album.
That's
like,
true. And
he took them all on tour just then. Like
some shit was. That's facts, and I do think that's dope. I think a Dreamville tour right now would make massive noise, and it would do probably a little bit better than what happened with TDE. Just because how times are different now. I do. Just because they're in everybody's face now. Before it was TDE, it was like, yo, there's Kendrick, there's Schoolboy, there's J-Rock, you know what I'm saying? Even Absol, it is weird ass. Like, they was, you know what I'm saying? That's my opinion.
I might agree with that because J. Cole's tour production is better than anything I've seen from Kendrick.
But I mean...
I ain't even been to a Kendrick show, so I'm going to take your word for it. I've seen Cole at least 4 or 5 times.
The only Kendrick show I've been to was Kanye's show, so that was a little different. But, I mean, they both sell out arenas, so it's hard to judge that part. But
absolutely.
That's a Jay-Z Kanye factor as a Cole with his actual type of production. Some of his sets are like really simple, but they bring you in. It's not just a rap concert where you got this dude running around the stage.
Well, I don't think that's Kendrick's concerts.
I've only seen him on YouTube and from other homies' experiences, but from what I hear, it's like Kendrick is a much more aggressive person in general. So it kind of like, you know, but with Cole, I feel like that nigga sitting down with you in the studio. It's like I'm having a con. It's very inviting. It's like inclusive. Like, yo, you know what I'm saying? I'm bringing that energy, which I think
I've been both in my experience.
I think if they did a TDE concert and the reason why I say TDEs will be better and do better, well, not be better because that's subjective on what you like, but 100%. I think it'll do better because, like what you had mentioned, those names stand alone. I think if the Dreamville concert is gonna sell because they want to see J. Cole.
Right.
I don't think there's. Of course, there's gonna be people who want to see J.I. Yeah, you know what I mean. Like him, that's where it stops pretty much. But they're coming to see a J. Cole concert, so they're selling that off of J. Cole. Like if J. Cole is to do Dreamville minus J. Cole.
Now I'm not disagreeing with you there at all. Yeah. They buzz is much bigger over there on TV. Yeah. Now here's
because SZA could sell out a show by herself.
SZA got anthems that your girl be playing in the car that get on your nerves.
See what I mean?
Like,
no, I'm with you. 100%.
I think Ari's gonna get there from what I heard.
Listen, she got a nice voice, but I don't know if that production is gonna be the same. Like it.
It's like, and I'm not putting nobody in her realm because I think Erykah Badu is the fucking GOAT to me. Right. But it's so Erykah Badu-esque when you listen to it. You're like, yo, I kind of heard this before, but why is it like grabbing my attention like this? And I think that's what Ari kind of do. So maybe in the long run, I don't know. But SZA's so popular, like she's still probably gonna be bigger than Ari Lennox. You know what I mean? All right. So before we start, we're gonna do this TDE versus Dreamville. You know who I'm going with, of course. You know what I'm saying? My homie. Gonna take TDE. You probably on the fence, probably more so TDE. I might be the only person with Dreamville. Let's do it.
I am TDE. I ain't even no fence.
Yeah, I'm all TDE. Yeah,
I respect that.
But
this is, I like
as
this.
I was saying, but the SZA point, SZA has a lot of people that sound like her.
Agree.
Like I get confused when Broken Clocks come on or Queen Naija Karma. Like they got that same intro, same type of feel.
So she inspiring the game.
I
mean, if that, cause I think what people like. All right, I know it's not her singing it, but she wrote like 2 songs on Rihanna's last album that people really rocked with. So it's like, I mean, it ain't like SZA really just popped up. She been around writing songs. So if you want to take it there on the back to, you know what I mean, her contribution on the rap, not rap.
So you saying she's taking a more of the dream aspect of it, how the dream broke for everybody and everybody on the song.
No, because the dream, I think he gave up on his career.
He did.
I don't think SZA did.
He did, because Love vs. Money was cold, and then Love vs. Hate was like, okay, or was it Hate? I don't know what it was. The second one, it was like, okay, then after that, it was just like, okay, I did it, just to prove that I could do it, but I think SZA's gonna actually stick with it, but she sounds like other people. But that's the game, though. Like, you got, it's not like it used to be where you didn't have people that didn't sound like you. Like nobody sounded like DMX. Now everybody sound like Drake and Migos and Future. Like it's
Drake just sound like everybody else.
Drake is Drake. You know what? Here's a Game of Thrones plug. If Drake was a Game of Thrones character or he was a part of something,
I want to argue this when you're saying it.
I think he will be the man of many faces, or the many face guy. That's exactly who Drake will be because he does that.
My retort is I think Drake is Littlefinger. I don't know why.
Shit.
I just feel like he's a little snidey. Always.
Wow.
I don't know.
I don't know. I say many face guy type guy.
That's what I felt like. That's why I kept it.
Conniving, sneaky.
That's why I kept it. But I feel like Drake has a bunch of tendencies that line up.
Are you talking about
he is a very much.
He just seemed like a slimy
person. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get in. What you got going on?
Whoa, that's what we doing?
Okay.
That's what we doing? Yeah. Okay. Oh, okay. We singing though, like on that key?
He do take it kind of pimp it out. But yeah, I'm with you.
And he okay, but at the same time, you can say the same thing about Kanye, but Kanye's admitted it.
No, I am 100% Kanye is.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, Kanye's albums are supposed to be an encapsulation of what was hot at that time, except the last one.
Yay.
Yeah.
Wait, which one was Yay?
Yay was that.
Oh, Yay was the 7-song joint.
Yeah.
Yay. Did I think that was bad? See, my problem with Kanye is he's one of them artists that tugs on my heartstrings. So if I had to be another one of those people that made me love hip hop, Kanye's another one. So I don't know. For some reason, I just really feel like I could connect with Kanye.
All agree on Kanye.
For sure.
What about what?
I mean, College Dropout was
one
of the greatest albums.
I mean, the first like 4 or 5 were like undeniable classics, and then it gets a little choppy.
Well, it
don't even get choppy. I think it stopped. I think he might have just ran out of inspiration, and
I think his first 3 are undeniably a classic. I teeter-totter with My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy all the time. I know people love that album.
That is a classic.
When I say it's his best to me personally, no, but to a lot of the masses, it's like, yo, this is the one. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're a real Kendrick fan, most people say To Pimp a Butterfly is his best album. Some people like, no, Good Kid, Mad City is. So it kind of, that's how I kind of look at
City, it. But on Kanye, as far as 808s and Heartbreaks, I didn't really understand that album until I got older.
Yeah. I love that album. I love Moments. But I think the album is great. Like, I would call it a classic because because that's when you said Kanye's albums are a capsule of what's going on. I actually think the opposite. I think his albums are a capsule of what's about to happen.
That's true. Because Kanye's always on the verge.
Yeah, and I think that's where his albums have gone wrong now. Because you look at College Dropout, that energy came after. Right. Like going to the graduation, all that energy came after the My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. That whole 808. That whole somber moaning auto-tune. All of a sudden, it's a whole genre after that. When he was doing it, we was looking at him like, yo, my man's bugging.
Right.
Even going down to Yeezus, that rock, hip-hop,
right.
It was kind of like, whoa, what's going on? Now we got all these little rock hip-hop kids around.
Yeah, you got like Lil Peep, Lil Pump do some stuff.
Like that content is way different. Like it might be a fuse of Future and Kanye and like a bunch of different bases, but that's why I think Kanye not going to that's crazy. I never heard nobody not like you didn't say you don't like it, but I just felt like what do you think about My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasies? I think it's a classic.
I think it's a classic, but it made me appreciate 808s more. Because I could see where he was going with it and how he was like incorporating like features in certain parts. See, because Kanye makes you listen to a song, like every part of it, because you'll hear Alicia Keys say one like syllable and it'll make the song. And you'll have a Charlie Murphy go in and do stuff like that,
like all the random people and all the lights or whatever.
It's 45 people on that song, but it just flows. And then even at the end with the who was that at the end?
All the lights.
I can't remember who was at the end.
But I think Young Thug's on that song before he became Young Thug.
Right.
Like, it was a bunch of people on that song.
Yeah, Kanye was always.
Kanye's
anybody, one of them up and coming artists that he features, they eventually blow up, which is one of the issues with YNW. Melly or whatever. He was on the verge with that mixed personalities, which is actually dope. The other songs sucked.
That one song,
Murder
on
My Mind.
Oh man,
it's horrible.
That horrible.
I don't like it.
I love that song.
Like
it's the worst. It is the worst. Like everything that's going on in the song is terrible. Right. But that melody he was in, like
I get what you're saying.
I don't see how somebody ain't come just steal it. Like now that he's going to jail, steal it.
I'll give you that though.
That's on Drake's next album.
I like it, but I don't. I agree. It's gonna be on Drake's album. That little flow, 100%. There's no question.
I mean, he did the
same thing. X.
Oh, Drake. Yeah, I'm trying to. Literally, all these littles come get jacked. Then something happened to them. Stay woke.
I agree. I mean, I listened to it, but it's horrible. If you like, I don't.
Because I don't even really know what he says. Because I ain't listening for it. I just, Oh, wait, that was another one I want to bring to you, too. I like that little Nas X song.
Oh, the Old Town Road?
Joint?
Yeah. You know they took that off the billboards? Yeah. Off the country billboard? That's horrible.
That's horrible.
You know what's even crazier? Post Malone, like the top 2 songs in hip-hop on our charts. Wow. Yeah. And that's the Wow song and the song, I'll give Wow Pass. That and, no, I'm not giving Wow Pass. That and the Spider-Man song. Which ain't a rap song at all.
Sunflower.
Yeah, that ain't no rap song. That song's a hit. That's not a
banging, but
that ain't no hip hop song.
It's not. But the thing is, I mean, what you call it? Charted. Tim McGraw charted when he did a song with Nelly, and Nelly charted when he did the
yeah, but he had to bother their top artists. My man. I mean, I understand. I kind of get why they took it down. It was a mockery, really. Honestly,
it was.
But if he was. I don't know if he did or not, but if he come out and was like, yo, no, this is my artistry, this is how I make my music, I feel like they gotta put that back on the chart, because how do you pick and choose what goes on and off? Yeah. It's a slippery slope.
They did the same thing when Taylor Swift switched from country to pop, and she was originally
but that's also that's still looked at like a promotion almost. Like, my man Swift from the charts to nothing. Right. You know what I mean? Like, if Taylor Swift is dominating the pop charts and she got kicked off the country, boo-hoo. Right. Like, that's where the money at anyway.
Right.
We need to start taking some of these people off our charts and putting them on the pop charts. And
So
now we can get some real hip hop. Like I think Middle Child is like number 3 right now, but it's like the only like rap song in like the top.
I agree.
It's like give the Middle Child the rap stuff, but you know what's gonna happen? Come award season, Post Malone gonna mop up all our hip hop awards, and we're gonna be sitting there looking like
wow,
like the year when Macklemore.
Oh, that
blew me.
You see, it ain't been the same since.
No.
That year almost brought down Foundation.
He said he was like, "Come on now."
Yeah, I think that was Kendrick's year, wasn't it?
It was no. I think it was Drake.
I found that.
It was either Drake or no, man. I'm not. I can't take no Macklemore.
We can go ahead and knock that man down.
Not Macklemore. Not thrift shop Macklemore. No.
With the TDE Dreamville, right?
Yeah, let's bring it
My
back.
bad. I know. We got smooth tangent. So
I might have to just move stuff around.
I think there's some similarities, and I'm talking about just strictly with the Dreamville team. All right, there's some rappers or artists that sound similar to the next, but I feel like you could pick Boss out and be like, yeah, we haven't heard this type of shit before, or he doesn't sound necessarily like somebody else on Dreamville. If you were to take JID, he obviously doesn't sound like somebody else from Dreamville. Earth Gang doesn't sound like somebody else from Dreamville with TDE. If you pick J-Rock, Kendrick, Isaiah Rashad, and Schoolboy, I'm guaranteeing you'll get a very similar sound, in my opinion. Granted, they have their differences, but I feel like if you've heard one, you've heard them all, which also goes with the why they're so popular point, because they all had aggressive style. You know what I'm saying? We from LA, some from LA. We from LA, you know, we the blood color shit, and it's like,
but they all West Coast,
and they all West Coast, and they all have a similar sound, in my opinion. So it's like, yeah, if you sound like Kendrick, you're probably gonna be up there with Kendrick. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna sell because, for one, you TDE, K-Dot's on top. Schoolboy Q dropped some shit. Yo, we got these like kind of trap, snare drummy, you know what I'm saying, deep bass songs. We kind of heard that a little bit with Kendrick already. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it's just a lot of similarities. You heard one, you heard them all. With Dreamville, you pick out JID, like, damn. Okay, then you hear fucking Boss, you like, shit.
They not all from the Carolinas and those.
JID, I think, from Atlanta, Kaz from LA, Omen from Chicago, Cole from North Carolina, Ari, I don't fucking know. But yeah, so it's a little bit everywhere.
I mean, because that could go into it, but I don't know, because I don't want to take away from them because they sound alike. Because majority of the top groups of all time are all from the same area, really, when you think about it. Like, G-Unit.
Like, all of them niggas sound the same.
G-Unit. I mean, they don't sound the same, but I'm just talking location-wise.
Correct.
I mean, because even Rockefeller was the same way until Kanye got there, and I guess that was the change. But
I feel like you got stars over there in TDE.
That's the problem. That's really the problem with this.
Is like y'all kind of sound the same in my opinion. Like, you know what I'm saying? J-Rock and Schoolboy Q, you pick a song. If you made them have the same voice, you'd be like,
those two. No, I think Schoolboy Q is the one that don't sound like any of them.
Schoolboy is a whole lot more aggressive and lyrically he's not on par with them.
I agree with that.
I definitely agree with that.
But I can see where the rest maybe fall in that category. Kendrick it's because he's Kendrick that it sounds. But I could see where somebody would think that way. SZA don't count.
No, that's why I didn't even mention Ari. You know what I'm saying? She don't count.
I don't know, because it just feels like that's just against the West Coast music at that point. Because I mean, it's still good. J-Rock arguably had one of the top albums last year.
Redemption. I fucked with it. I told you.
And that was the B member. Like, I mean, that's not even a B member. That's like the D-E. Like,
if you go about lyrical content, like, yeah, I mean, I would put Isaiah Rashad above him. I would have Solo above him.
What is he doing anyway with Rashad? Is he coming again?
I don't know.
He's one of them things, so I have no idea.
He's one of them people that make music like when he feel like.
He the one that work with Dre a lot. Do he work with Dr. Dre?
Everybody work with Dre.
Well, I mean, especially out there.
Everybody work with Dre.
I feel like he might be tied directly to him. If he is, then yeah, we ain't hearing that no more.
Yeah, you ain't gonna hear none of his music.
I like Isaiah Rashad a lot though, bro. Like, I really do. It took somebody to put me on, but I
still not on him yet.
You know what I'm saying? He cool. He got a smooth love. He's very aggressive. He sound like a really hurt person. No bullshit, but
yeah.
He dope though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he put a lot of his feelings into like 100%. Him and A Boogie do that too. A Boogie, you can tell what
you can hear that shit. And I love that type of shit. Though,
you know what I'm saying? You hear the pain all through A Boogies.
That's why I fuck with Cole, folks.
Man, Cole ain't putting no pain in his music.
Shit, listen, it's alright, bro. I don't know who else can. I don't know who can't.
I don't think you can say that. Like, Forest Hill Drive, you felt that.
Okay.
You
like Forest Hill Drive. So.
You didn't like Forest Hill Drive?
Okay.
I told you
that might have been his best album. I mean, Born Center, you felt that too.
Did I like Born Center?
He's been more
when Born Center came out.
Before Forest.
That was what 2000.
I want to say 2012 maybe. I don't know. We were out of Blackburn by that point.
Out of Blackburn.
Yeah,
so I think I didn't really like him anything out of Blackburn. I think everything I liked with him was before. So that was what
Friday Night Lights.
Yeah,
Friday Night
come
Lights
up to warm up on it. Because that's where that's literally where my positive memories of Cole come from. Was that?
Yeah, the first time I heard what was it, Lights, Please.
Yeah.
I just was a fan.
I was a fan. It was Dreams for me.
Dreams,
like Dreams. Love Dreams. Crazy Story. That's the song that put me on.
Them two.
Can I Hit It in the Morning?
In the morning. Go. He got heat, bro.
Yeah, we gonna get out of Drake and Cole.
That'd be nice. Hey, Drake. Cole did better than Drake on Jodeci Back. You know what I'm saying? On the Jodeci freestyle song. So the people always say Cole can't do this, can't do that. Every song he's hopped on with somebody, I feel like he's done better. And that's that.
What song did J. Cole? When Cole and Kendrick did like a remix of each other's song when they teased the
Black
album.
Friday.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
man, that was cold.
Kendrick, that better. He raps better. He free. That was like a freestyle. Cole made a fucking song. You know what I'm saying? That's my opinion. Like Cole made a song.
Well,
Kendrick
that was
like,
the
I'm finna just kill
problem.
this shit.
I felt like that was a problem for Kendrick, and I feel like Kendrick is really. I don't think he cares really no more, but I feel like he's really just now cleaning that up, like making real songs. I feel like this damn album or whatever. I feel like these were his best mainstream songs he's ever put together in his life.
Oh my God,
and it wasn't to a point that it felt like it was taking anything away from Kendrick, which I feel like was very important because you can pretty much pinpoint at some people where it's like, oh, this is where he made that jump. It still felt different enough to be Kendrick. So I feel like he just got to that point. My problem with Cole always just keep coming back to the production, because he's always gonna spit what he's supposed to spit. He's always gonna ride the beat in a different way we never heard, or even if it was something we heard, it was like so much better. The problem is, yeah, damn it, I'm tired of hearing you on your beat. And that's where the T minus come in, and that's where
I agree. I agree with you. I do think I would love for him to lock in, like if him and Kanye. I think we talked about this in the last podcast, but if him and Kanye locked into a studio with T minus or it don't matter, man. Boy Wonder, you name a bunch of producers and like here's 15.
He ain't even gotta lock in with him. Get one from him.
Hey bro, give me a beat, and I guarantee you, we wouldn't. People love to talk about Take Care. Nothing was the same. It was a classic. Cole might have one in people's eyes, and me, just I'm biased. Obviously,
what's the Cole classic?
I say Forest Hill Drive. I think that's the unanimous public eye classic.
I know, I didn't like that one, but
how though?
I don't understand either. It has a little bit of everything for you.
How?
I think that might have been
that's like one of the few albums that have been released
yours
in the
truly
last
is the
5
short one,
years.
right?
Very good mixtape
that you can just listen through from the beginning to the end.
I think this might have been the one I hated the most.
I think, like you said, bro, that's a song you can play and know kind of what his story and what was kind of going on at the time. In that time period, that's what makes it a classic.
Yeah.
There's many other things that go into it, but that's just my opinion.
That is the one that I didn't like the most.
Crazy. The one I didn't like the most would be his first. That's one I didn't like the most. And I loved it, I didn't like that one the most of all of them.
That's because, he was trying to get on.
What was it, Sideline Story?
Rep Cold Word, Sideline Story.
Yeah, I didn't care for that.
Yeah,
I was disappointed. I was disappointed because I thought it would be more.
Because Friday Night Lights came before that, and that was like, damn, my G, like that's amazing. And then the Silent Story came. It was like, all right, I like some of these songs, but it's not what you can do. You know what I mean? And I hate Workout. That's like my least favorite song I've ever heard from him.
I heard that song.
I hated when I seen that was the lead single. When that popped up, I was like, oh, we about to have a problem.
Yeah.
But like he hated it too. You heard
I didn't like Who That.
Nas down.
I didn't like Who That either.
The stories behind that. It wasn't bad, but I'm trying to find a single, so maybe the lyrical approach will work. Then Workout came. Okay, this is the one because it speaks, I guess to the population. I guess you could say so.
You could tell Jay was being real impatient.
You could tell he's like, bro, we need to sing.
But Jay ain't really like into that whole artist development. Like,
I agree. He kind of just like, man, you drive the car, bro. I don't even want nothing to do with this, bro.
Right.
You just ask me if I like it. Okay, cool. If not, that's just what it is.
Just put my name.
I think that works for their relationship though.
I think it does too,
because I think Cole don't want him to ask him nothing. I don't think Cole even care to check in. I think Cole turned his album in and Jay heard it through the grapevine. And I think Cole started something too. Just dropped the album. Like, yo, here's my album. This Forest Hills Drive is coming out tomorrow. That was Beyonce.
You said who?
That was Beyonce.
We talking about hip hop. Beyonce got it.
Well, I mean,
everybody was scared.
I mean, Jay did it after Beyonce though.
What album was it?
That was Magna Carta.
Yeah, Magna Carta came out of nowhere.
Magna Carta, he just did.
That's true. I mean, we on that platform. Let me say this: if you won Jay, Beyonce, or Eminem, could probably do that at the time, and nobody was trying to do that. He the first person to perform his whole album from front to back for the shows. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's afraid to do that because I'm like, man, some of these songs are misses, but I feel like he started that shit, in my opinion.
That goes back to what I was saying to you earlier. The experience with J. Cole, because he got the belief in his music, and it make you believe in the songs. Like it's songs that I didn't particularly care for when I listened to the album, but when I watch it on YouTube, like or stream like one of his concerts,
of course,
and it makes me go back and like the song and see it in a different perspective. Because
that's how I feel about Kendrick. That's what Kendrick do to me. Cause I told him I wasn't the biggest Kendrick fan early on. I hear Kendrick in another light. Like this last album, it was easy because once again, it was the most mainstream thing he's ever made. But before that, it took me some time. I still ain't listened to. I listened to it, didn't like it. Then he told me I need to go listen to it again. Especially how I'm thinking now, I probably need to go listen to it again.
Especially when what's the one track with Lucy and like hit this metaphor into it, like how you go into it, and then you think he talking. Well, I knew he was talking about the devil, but you think he talking about a woman and it's this word.
These walls, right?
Yeah.
These walls can talk. That's.
Yeah, it's
so amazing that it almost pisses me off because it's like, why is this good to me? So I feel like that's his overall best album in a sense where it's complex, it's storytelling. I like the deeper shit. So that's why I like the cool Food and Liquor, the Michael Young history. That's another conversation. But you know what I'm saying? Like, that's amazing to me. Good Kid, Mad City was very in your face. The story was like, you know what's going on because I'm telling you what's going on.
Right.
To Pimp Butterfly is like, you know what's going on, but if you look a little deeper, you'll unravel something else. And you're like, damn. And that's when it captivated me. So,
hold on, did you say Michael Jackson history?
No, Michael Young, my bad. Michael Young history. That's no. That's to. I mean, you ain't got to put this in there, but that's the main character in the Cool. In the song "The Coolest," Lord, please have sympathy and forgive my cool young history. It sounds like my cool young history, but it's an actual person. You know what I'm saying? Like that's been going through this shit through the whole album. So it's the Cool, there's the streets, and there's the game. There's 3 characters. That shit is insanely deep. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's what made me fall in love with hip hop though. So that's why I brought that up. But I brought that up because that's a similar storytelling shit. But anyway, so I get back to the point. Good Kid, Mad City was very in your face. You didn't have to look around for what the story was because I'm telling you what it is. But Butterfly was very complex.
Who do you like? Who do you think is better? Because I know it's not. It's going Kendrick or Cole.
Cole, where? But I'm saying.
My rank is. I don't know if you saw the thing. My rank is Kendrick, Drake, Cole. I just say Drake. It ain't better. He's not better than Cole.
He's a better artist, but that's the thing. You have to separate artistry and being a rapper and being a hip hop artist. That's not the same thing. Like I got the same argument with people when they talk about Pac and Big. Big's a far better rapper.
1,000%.
But Pac is a far better hip hop artist based on his production, what he's saying, his catchiness, and his commercial appeal.
I just think Big ain't make enough. Because I think Big, commercial, all that, I think it's all the same.
I think he was getting there. And he was starting to figure it out. Even though we doing this debate, I think TDE is a better, more complete roster.
That's how people do it. They set it up. Even though,
because you gotta show love.
TDE is better.
You have to show love first.
I prefer Cole. I mean, I gave you my top 3.
I didn't know this was gonna turn into this.
But I mean, we both touched on like what songs it was that put us on the Cole. I think you said so as well. What was it for Kendrick, for you, that made you a Kendrick fan?
It's cliche as hell, but that we gonna be all right. I did not like nothing Kendrick made until I heard that at a rally. Swear to God, I didn't. When Kendrick made albums, I didn't even care to click on them. I was like, whatever. I listened to what was before Damn.
To Be Butterfly.
Okay, I tried to listen to it. It just didn't catch me. Is that the one that is that the one that this song is on?
Yeah, all right. Yeah, that's one.
Yeah, okay. So I listened to it. I was like, whatever. Matter of fact, it wasn't even a rally. So I told you it was the Kanye concert. I was at Kanye concert and he came out and he was just ripping shit. And he had so much damn energy. Nigga had fireworks and shit. And he was on Kanye's mountain that he had or whatever. And he was ripping that shit. And I was like, yo, I don't know none of these fucking songs. And then I saw the rally. And then I'm hearing everybody, we'll be all, and I'm like, oh shit, I'm missing the movement.
Also, like, it's a nice ass song, bro. Yeah.
And then Damn came out right as I was like starting to like listen to Kendrick, and once again, those songs are so goddamn mainstream that it was like, oh fuck, this nigga is good.
Very, yeah.
I need to go back and dig, like you said. I still ain't did it yet. The How to Pimp a Butterfly. I want to listen to what was it before that?
Untitled Chapter, if I'm not mistaken.
I did listen to that. That one, I know that one for me.
I like that. And that's what's crazy.
I mean, I know.
I thought Untitled Master came out after Pimp a Butterfly.
It may have.
Yeah, it did.
Actually,
it was leftovers from
that.
that.
You're right. My bad. So before that, it was a Good Kid, Mad City.
So I think that's when I started trying to listen to him around that point, and I was like, yeah. But then whatever was before that, I was like, not even. I mean, it's a similar story with me and Chance the Rapper or whatever. I hated Chance the Rapper until this last album.
I ain't like Chance.
I still do not like Chance. Amazing person, music is absolutely not for me.
I mean, I definitely understand it. The color book I felt like was.
I can't touch nothing outside of that.
I can't either. You know, I was sitting there thinking, I was like, you know what? I thought this was maybe a Kendrick thing where I was like, you know what? Maybe I didn't understand it. Yeah. Let me go back and listen and be like, listen with a appropriate ear. I went back to Chance music and I was like, oh no, this is why I didn't like him. I was like, oh,
not
okay.
Good to me, man. But
I think he, because the color book was fire to me.
Yeah, that was.
I think his energy. I don't think it's with you, because I think you keeping it more music. But I think with a lot of people, because I think a lot of people are fading away from Chance. I think his energy is like so overwhelming. Like it's so like, you know what I mean? Like he just seemed like the Jesus of hip hop right now. And I think that's like
I understand what you're saying.
He too rap. You can't be too clean. Like he too clean. Like he.
That's fucked up.
It is.
But
like,
you're right. Don't get me wrong. You're right.
That's the world, though.
Yeah,
like in this world.
Yeah.
I mean, think of our favorite show, Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Everybody that's living honorable
is dead.
Yeah.
Not only did they get killed, they ain't get killed in battle.
No.
They ain't get killed on some. Yo, come here, give me your head, B. Yeah. Hey. This your wife?
Yes.
This your son.
Gee,
what you talking about?
Fucked up episode, bro. That tripped me out. Anyway,
my mouth was on the floor.
Bro,
but
I saw it, I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
That's what was. She was going fast.
Yeah,
when I watched it back, it was slow motion as hell. I was like, oh damn. That's
so what?
The red wedding was.
It was crazy.
That shit was crazy.
So what song? Like, what did it for you?
Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan. I like that song. So yeah, I'm with you on that.
Michael Jordan. I heard Michael Jordan. I was like, who the fuck is this?
Yeah, that's decent. That's a dope ass song. I give you that.
And then like, I ain't gonna say like I'm a day one fan and nothing like that. But I heard Michael Jordan. Then I want to say like about 6-8 months later, Good Kid, Mad City came out. But man, Michael Jordan, I heard it. And I was just, he made me feel it. And like, if I can't listen to your music and just feel it, I can't be a fan of you. I might like some of your songs, but I can't call myself a fan.
Who y'all got winning in a rap battle between them two? TDE versus Dreamville.
TDE. Yeah. TDE. I mean, I don't know the Dreamville niggas.
I don't know Dreamville like that.
So I gotta go TDE.
It's the same thing. It's that clip. It's Cole, JID, then the rest of them niggas. Like,
I can respect it. I think it's similar.
I bet J-Rock could beat their ass.
J-Rock ain't a little guy. That's our only hope. Because everybody else in that motherfucker ain't hoop at all. In my opinion. And what I say is they ain't not out here.
I think Schoolboy and J-Rock, that might be it. Absol, he not no more.
Look, I'm gonna say like I've been saying. You heard one, there's a few outliers, but if you heard one,
you think Cole killed J-Rock on OSOM?
I do, and I hated one of his lines he said too.
Cole's?
Yeah.
What was the line?
Something about, damn, I can't remember. That's crazy too. But some wait.
I can't wait to get into
Something
this
about
bad Cole lines because I'm curious to see what he
I
said.
got a lot of them. That's my man's. I love him. But
give me your
something
favorite
about
bad one.
Favorite bad one?
Yeah.
I make you feel like you the shit, but you can't outfart me. Like I hate that.
Anytime rappers talk about shit, I get it.
Yeah, I hate it with passion. I might make you feel like you the shit, but you can't outfart me. Mm-hmm. Love the song, hate the line. You know what I'm saying? Like I really do. Anyway, I do think OSOM. I think Cole did a better job because Cole has a thing for grabbing the song and making it his own every time. You know what I'm saying? And it never fails. So I think people will always be outshined, in my opinion.
Definitely.
Or it's a great probability they'll be outshined.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Maybe that's why Jay don't get on his records.
Except with Kendrick. What was it? What was the last song Jay was on? Nice Watch?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a while ago.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that was Cole's the first album.
Yeah, Cole's.
That's not.
Yeah, and even then, it's just like he can't even get the Hugo.
I think that was Cole trying to. I mean, I think that was Jay-Z trying to give him his first big hit. Because I mean, that ain't that good of a song.
It's not, but
no, that part you talking about, he flexed. He flexed on Cole.
Because
he did on some Big Brother type shit. But if you go lyrically, it wasn't no real content with what Jay was saying.
Then after that,
and then he got another song that he dropped after that with Cole, like my
boy.
Yeah,
my
also
boy.
ate Wale. I'm gonna continue to say Cole might be the king
of
features right now.
I said that
he said it himself.
He the feature rapper, but
everybody album, nobody want to rap.
Nobody want to rap now. That's dope. I like that shit. But
that's what we wanted Cole to do. To let us know.
Hey, bro, don't worry, we're gonna get that this year. It's on point.
I mean, it sounds like if this ain't it, I'm gonna have to have a real conversation with Cole. He gonna have to come sit down. You know, Cole, he with one of them normal, natural. The guy's got a podcast. He gonna pull up. Hey,
listen, that'd be crazy if he pulled up for.
That'd be disgusting.
Wow, but I think shit.
Let me get Jay number.
If he send us off like what he said in middle chat, like I promise to slap all that hate out your voice. Like this shit gonna be different. I'm gonna let y'all niggas know what's up. Hopefully,
he been telling us every song he's about to.
So this is it. He warning us, I guess.
He told us in a lot.
And then look, T-Minus like that video of me saying, yo, talk that shit. So I guess he might just
T-Minus might have heard something. He might have heard, I mean, of course he heard some. It's his beats. But
you know, Cole the type of nigga that shout some random shit out like, yo, shout out to them niggas Irrelevant Ignorance. I heard what y'all said. Like, hey.
That'd be nuts.
That'd be OC. I bet you would never say nothing negative about Cole after that.
I'm gonna say some other shit so he can shout us out again.
I swear to God.
I would. Hey, he respect the honesty. The fuck? Yeah. Shit, he like.
Yeah, but like, you know what, Cole? I appreciate you, bro. You took our followers from like whatever it is.
You know what I'll hit him with? I'm like, you know what, Cole? I got video. I was your #1 fan way back then. I was like, Cole, I was there when you was, you know what I mean? Yeah. But see, I mean, honestly though, if he honestly want to have that conversation, like. This is just talking, you know, just out there because this clearly ain't about that. But if he honestly want to have that conversation, I wouldn't have no problems just telling, because that is my problem. Your beat selection.
No, he literally
if you switch it up.
Yeah, you got an interview with somebody.
He like high class Chief Keef. Like,
whoa, where are you going with that?
Chief Keef make all his beats, and like it's Chief Keef is producing and stuff. Like before, when Chief was banging, he had other producers.
Did you like the production on KOD? Because he produced everything except one
I loved it because I felt like he was trying to do different. But you still hear that he produced it.
No, 100%.
But you felt like
the snare roll never went away.
That, and he got like I don't know how to describe it, but he got like an ominous feel to his music. Where, like, anytime if you was to ask me to describe it, that something's got a hold on. All his music feels like that. Not what's being said or whatever, but they all feel like it's in that pocket, and it feel like that just keep going to song to song to song to song. And that'd be my problem. I'd be like, all right.
If Cole was to, I mean, at least my chime in, my fault, bro. I'm good. Okay, yeah. If Cole wanted to, I think he took a step up in the production. Like, it's progressively gotten better. I've heard one on Mac Miller album. It's called Hurt Feelings. I'm like, wait, Cole produced this? And that shit was actually really good. I believe so. Yeah, it was the one of him sitting, I don't know, like this or whatever. But yeah, I think his production is taking a step up. So I'm not necessarily mad if he were to make his own beats again for an album. But I just want to see what you would do on these other really good producers. Correct.
But like Kanye, when he started messing, you can tell like when people start messing with stuff outside of their typical genre.
For sure.
Because they start incorporating things that are different. Like when Chris Brown went on that tour, he went on his European tour and he came back and he did that double disc album, whatever it was, and it was completely different. And you can say the same about, well, Kanye always try and change, but
Chris Brown just did a money grab.
I
ain't gonna lie to
he
you. That
did,
was right.
He did, but you could tell he was kind of trying to do something different. But at the end of the day, he always trying to do something just for the money of it. That's why he's not at the same level that he was before. Even bouncing back after all that Rihanna stuff, like it's just like you can tell when somebody's heart's not in it, 100%. And it's just like, I'm good at this. This is what I do. But music ain't that. Like it's emotional. It's a connection.
That's how I feel like anybody that releases an album that's damn near double digits fits into that category. Right. Where it's like they know they good at music. Here it is. But
he just did that. The one he just dropped was like 42 songs.
That's what I'm talking about. That's exactly
I didn't even listen to the whole thing. I'm like, this is too much.
Dream just did that.
Yeah.
Dream just dropped like 100 songs, I feel like.
Yeah, but some of his stuff, like, it seemed like it was like, oh, he had it. And just,
I'm 100% positive.
I think the sweet spot for albums is like in between 11 and like 13.
I like 11.
Yeah.
I love
like
10.
I do too.
If you put 10 on, that's the thing too though. I don't play around with that number 10. You put 10 on your album, you telling me you have a classic.
Right. You're telling me that you
because you can't
the beginning and end.
You can't fuck up a song.
That's
like
they
got a flow.
Which is why I do respect Pusha T's Daytona. You know, even though I would say it was overrated, but I respect it because it literally was front to back. You can listen to every song. You know what I'm saying?
My only thing with that was he wouldn't have did 7. That was all Kanye's.
Of course.
Yeah. Because I felt like him. You know what? Pusha T, I'm glad was 7 because literally one bad song I felt like would have just ruined that.
Would have.
I just told what if this was the 7 that Kanye thought was the 7, whatever. I have a problem with Tiana Taylor's 7.
Of course, me too.
Kanye, he could have just kept the album. I mean, he got some joints on there, but I felt like what he could have did was put the best songs that he had on that joint album with Cudi. He could have did that because they felt like it was like a runoff of that.
It was one of them like well literally I think Kid See Ghost was like a song on and like it was weird.
It was called Ghost Town 2 or something stupid.
Yeah, like and you could tell it was like remixes and stuff on the second album, but it he should again it's the Chief Keef effect.
I don't think Kanye liked that album.
I think Kanye did it because Kanye wanted to do it. Like
I think he had to do it. Yeah, I think somebody had said something about his contract is like just dumb nuts where it's like written on there you can never stop making music. It's like that's retarded.
I heard that too, but I heard he got like one of the Michael Jackson contracts. Like if he can do like certain things, that's like why all them albums are titled Kanye and Friends because they're technically his albums.
I need Cole to give us that like. Where motherfuckers they can't deny it. Like they can't bullshit no more. They can't say he's boring. They can't say, yo nigga, stop giving us this dry music. Like talk it. You know what I'm saying? Be that.
I think he knows now though. I think he knows it's the producer thing. He gotta know.
He does.
Because I think KOD was the opportunity to be that. But it fizzled once. I mean the production just because it was all good. Let's not get it twisted. The production was all good. But it was the same code, and I think that's what ended up bringing it down because I honestly feel like this was Cole's attempt to, not his damn, but if there could be something underneath it.
It was damn-esque. I'm not saying it was, because it depends on who you ask. Like some people prefer one over the other, but it wasn't as good as damn.
Well, I don't even want to compare like, okay, I don't want to compare how good they were.
You're saying like main.
I mean like,
guys, right?
yeah, I mean like the feel of it. It felt like, because he had hella bop in this shit. Like hella bop. Or at least on the goddamn.
It's similar. Like, except Kendrick's opening to me was better because DNA just came on and slapped you. You know what I'm saying? Oh, see, it was Cole's DNA was so good. It came out with KOD.
Did?
Yeah, KOD started it off, followed by Photograph, followed by the cutoff of one of them songs, and then ATM. And so
started it off.
No, the intro was slow. Yeah, like.
The intro, that's what I'm talking about.
So the damn, both intros were similar. Okay. The next song, both were like more turn up, like yo.
I see what you're saying.
DNA was so good that you niggas didn't even remember the lyrics except that I got loyalty, got royalty, and talking about DNA. It was that good. People were like, yo, this just sounds so. It grabs your attention, which made you listen to the rest of the album. kind of the same with Cole. Yeah. So it was similar. So I get you. I just don't think it was. I don't think it was very well received like Damn was, because Kendrick's a different type of artist. But the similarities between KOD and Damn is kind of close. You know what I mean? But I feel like it was an attempt that might not have been received well because of all the negative stigma he had before, as far as you're boring, all you want to do is no features, all this shit, give us something else, give us a different code. I feel like it wasn't received that well, but it sounded like Damn. So I don't know, it's kind of hard to compare, but there's a lot of similarities between the two as far as Damn and KOD goes.
Well, not even the album, there are a lot of similarities between the artists, like
100%.
that. Cole, like, their cadences are different based upon, like, geographically where they're from. But their flows are, like, so similar.
They both go into that alter ego person.
Yeah, and it's just
that's
like...
True.
Which I think Cole was first on that, wasn't
he? Yeah.
Maybe.
Nah,
I don't know. Section 80 might have heard some shit over there, so I don't know.
I feel like I heard that, like, early Cole.
Maybe. If you find it, hey, let me know shit. I just add it to the argument.
Hey, like, don't forget this voice shit, Cole. Kevin.
Yeah.
I mean, Kendrick be doing.
I don't know. I think they are so similar, and it's a blessing to see them both at the same time. And they make you look at other people different. Like I don't look at rap the same no more after hearing them. Like it is because I know, like, it made it seem like other people weren't capable of being a J or M,
correct,
or any one of these lyrically, or a 3 stacks or something like that. And they come out and it's like, what the rest of you niggas doing?
Exactly.
Like,
yeah, I'm with that.
Like okay, you made a hot song and I can dance to it, but what are you saying? Like, even if you're not saying nothing, at least say nothing nicely.
That's right. That's true. Now, with that, I agree with you 100%. I think it's in the rap world, like their population, I guess you can say, or their community, that they're undeniably like one of the greatest right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's undeniable because that's why they get named.
You ain't even gotta add that right now.
I don't know. You know, I'm with you, bro. 100%. I'm someone all the time, but yeah, I'm with you.
Ever.
So
like,
I think, right, yeah, I think it's undeniable, and they know. The fans just don't necessarily know that, and that's why they get name dropped in songs all the time. Like, yo, the closest thing to me is Kendrick, or you know what I'm saying, I'm cool with the Drakes and Kendrick, or I'm sorry, the Coles and Kendricks, like what Pusha T said. Like, I wish Pusha T would have said some shit like, oh, you talking about I'm dissing niggas. I'd have been like, bro, you literally name dropped me on your album, so there's nothing you can say to me, Pusha T, at all. But exactly, so
I don't think he would though.
I don't think he would say.
Push is calculated. Push know who we can beat in a rap, and who.
I don't even think it's that far. I more so think he been having this beef with him. It's finally hit a head.
Right.
Yeah. I think if Push, I don't think Push is talking to beefing with nobody for no reason.
I agree. I agree with that.
But
it got it. Yeah, it's some shit that's been around for a minute with Pusha T usually. But
yeah, I saw it.
You saw what?
I saw it. What happened?
This?
Oh, I thought you was talking about the.
No, brother, I did too. Don't worry.
Right.
You know, it's cool. But do hit a 3. That's all.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. I think that's gonna be the greatest album we're never gonna get. Cole and Kendrick is gonna be the best album, or the most anticipated album that we're never probably. I
don't think they should even make it.
I'm at that point now. I don't think they should make it anymore.
Because the build up is too much.
It's
the
way
anticipation
too much
is so high that it doesn't matter what you put out. It's going to be right underneath that. So it will not be what you expect.
I mean, you could do some lesser stuff. I mean, when you got Nothing Was Ever the Same 2 coming out. But ain't that what it is? Drake and Future.
Oh, What a Time to Be Alive?
No, What a Time to Be Alive.
Or something.
I actually didn't know that was coming.
Yeah,
it's rumored. It's rumored. That's decent.
They don't need to do that. They don't need to do that either. Because that time period, they was linked way too much. It's like they could give each other some space.
And I didn't even like it like that anyway. It was cool, but I was like, some of these songs.
I mean, most of them, they made it in like a night. Like it couldn't be good. I mean, it couldn't be the greatest.
You had Big Rings and like a couple of other ones, but even if you go like lyrical context, nothing was there.
Both their best songs was the songs where they were on there by themselves.
Right.
Correct.
The Jumpman and
that's true.
I forgot Futures was called, but both of those they were the best songs on the whole thing.
Digital Dash was the first song in there, right?
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
When I tell you how mad I was when I heard Future, my dope in the bushes. Yeah, I know how to cook it. I know how to cook it. Yeah, I'm like, yo, this is really bad. I cannot take this nigga right now. Like, this is horrible.
He did that.
You gotta be in the mood for the future, though.
Like,
you really
understand,
do.
that's true. Like, understand how mad Schoolboy Q was, man. I'm sure he paid Kanye about $100K for a feature, and that nigga hopped on the track and said, okay. I'd have been livid if you started my song off with this. I'd have like, yo, I paid you 6 figures for this feature, because I'm sure that feature price is high. Like when Lil Uzi did that shit on Bad, you know, that's another conversation for another day. We were talking about bad lyrics and shit. Talk about that too. I was listening to that.
They did
like,
that one video where he just said, yeah.
The whole time? They just looped it? Jesus Christ. But,
I was like, yeah. But the thing is, it almost sounds like what he did on the song. Like he just...
And the rest of it was cool. I just told him, like, yo, I'm paying you, so I need you to give me what I...
Right, I paid you for 16 bars, not 8.
Like this first, you can start this off another way.
I don't know. I think
Future
still had the worst feature ever that.
I know what you finna do.
It's a hit.
Yeah, you finna take the J-Rock thing. That was a hit,
man.
Yeah.
That was a hit, man. It was a hit, man.
I'm vibing, so I'm like, damn, I'm fucking with this. And then the beat stops, and that comes on. I'm like, damn.
Hey, that's the part of the song that made it win. What was that? An Oscar? Not an Oscar. What was that? Was that an Oscar?
I don't know.
One of them.
Oh, yeah,
Grammy, maybe. One of them. Whatever it was.
Grammys.
But that's where we gonna wrap this up, though.
Yeah. Hey, man. Appreciate you.
Relevant Ignorance another week.
Appreciate
My brother going to the goddamn Dreamville Festival.
Hey, y'all gonna see me. Don't worry.